Hi everybody, Christina here. It's been a while since I've done an update, so I want to talk about what's been happening the past few weeks, and of course make some big announcements about upcoming things. So I'm going to tackle my announcements first. First of all, it was almost time for the release of The Dark Mermaid. I've been talking about it since I've been writing it to when it was finished to going through edits. So now we're at the point coming to when it is time to actually release it. So I'm very excited. The official release date is going to be the 5th. There'll be a couple days before. I'll probably set up a pre-order link on Kindle. It'll be really cheap for if you want to go ahead and pre-order it. But on the 4th, I will be having my first blog tour. I will be doing a book blitz with through Espresso Book Tours. So if you're a blogger and you would like to be a part of it, there's still time to sign up. You have until the 1st. But if you would like to do something separately, you can always catch me on my socials and try to set something up. I'm open to doing author takeovers, Q&As, etc. Just shoot at me and I would love to do anything that's going to help me promote my book. So the blog tour will start on the 4th and it will go through that Friday. So the 4th through the 8th. If you want to be part of the blog tour, I highly suggest getting in on that. And we will be having a release party. It'll be my hometown of Pontiac, and Comic City is the store where we grew up in. Well, you kind of grew up in, I guess. We went in there to get our comic books, and it'll be the place where it's oh no, we want to go home, but Dad's in the comic book store. He's never coming out. But then we got into comics, so it was the place where we all go in and then, gather and get our books and stuff. So they so graciously, decided to let us host there, which I've hosted, I think, 3 other signings there. I haven't done one in a while, so I'm very glad to be back. He'll be between 4 and 7. So come on in and get your signed copy of The Dark Mermaid. We'll also be having all the other books. So if you don't have one of my other books like Super Kid, The Light Book, The Queen, Almost Alive, Becoming Undone, Sunrise, Sunset, Dusk, The Color of God's Eyes, and Phases of a Broken Sky, I think that's all of them. You can come in and get a signed copy of one of those too, as always, or as usual, I would rather say, buy 2, you get a 3rd book for free. So come on and get yourself a great book. And so that's what's really the big exciting news on that front. I also have another event, author event coming up in October, and that's Great Lakes Book Bash. It's going to be in Kalamazoo. And if you go through the Facebook page, or I think even on their main website page, you can see pre-order links. And if you go to mine, you can pre-order some of my books before we get there. So we can it's good to pre-order so authors know how many books they need to bring, what they're expecting when they get there. And so for people who sign up for The Dark Mermaid, to get a pre-order of that, you can, while at least supplies last anyway, you can get some cool mermaid jewelry, like the necklace I'm wearing right now. So go ahead and sign up for your chance to get some of that. So we got stuff with seashells and starfish and little mermaid medallion things. So they're pretty cool stuff. So go ahead and pre-order and you can get some of that, and we'll have some other goodies for the pre-orders as well, but I'll just have to stay updated, stay tuned for that kind of update later. And that's kind of what I have at the end on my to-do list for places I plan to go. I always like the good random stuff though, so if anybody's got any suggestions, throw them out at me. For events still that I can make this year. I really do still want to go to New York Comic Con, and we'll see if I can make it out this year. That's just a dream right now. So we'll see. So now to get to kind of the recap, I wanted to talk about Once Upon a Book, where I went to. I heard great recommendations when I looked up reviews from other authors. They said they had a really great time. So I thought the panels that we had on the Friday, it was a Friday and Saturday event. The panels were great. It was kind of like first one was like a free for all for like different marketing stuff. So they're I'm just now kind of getting into the author events. I always have just done kind of Comic-Cons and stuff. So there were some great tips that I've been getting from people. The woman who headed it, Stacey Rourke, did a great job, and I shout out to her because she really has been answering a lot of my questions. And also Rachel, who's running Great Lakes Book Bash, she's been a great source of information too. So shout out to you ladies for being very helpful in answering a ton of questions. So it was great to hear from other authors and give their insight. And also, I thought it was really helpful for the panels with the readers that they had, like their power readers, just to see like, you know, what makes them pick up a book, how the blogger community functions, from things, just different things from the reader's perspective, what they're sick of reading about, what they want more of, what they love, and just seeing a different range of people and you know, different, and seeing what kind of fans that I want with my work, that I connect with. And so I thought that was great. And that night we had the ball. I lived like an hour away from Frakenmuth, so I didn't stay the whole night because I decided to drive home so I could get back there in the morning. But I had fun, and this happened.
Stacey, I think the T-Rex did a whole lot better than the Velociraptors you were thinking about before.
And that was probably like my favorite part. I still like Super Mario Brothers movie. I don't care what anybody says. So T-Rexes are funny. Met a lot of great people, had great conversations with just different folk, and I had a really nice time just being part of the author community. So I was glad to go, sold some stuff, and it was really exciting. People were signing up for like The Dark Mermaid. They're like, that's the one I want to read. If this was here, I would have bought it. I'm like, well, get on the newsletter. We'll see if you're honest. But it was and then different people were coming around, basically taking notes of things that they want to check out on Kindle. So it was a really cool experience. I left actually an hour early because, and as much as I liked Once Upon a Book, this was the thing that made the day. My sister Katrina and my sister Tina, they were with me, and we drove from Frakenmuth, and then we went to Walker, Michigan at the Deltaplex because there was a Ninja Warrior competition. Now, it wasn't like an official NBC show sponsor thing, but it was for Rockford Ninjas, and it was amazing. And I just haven't been that excited about anything in a long time. And it was so cool to see the course, a course live in person, to see people run it at ridiculous times. And some of my favorite ninjas were there. Specifically, my favorite ninja was there. I'm a Joe Morosky girl. I love the Weatherman, and he just like dominated. Like, I'm glad we went for the qualifying and not the finals because he actually lost the next day. But he was a beast, a beast on Saturday. So, and Carson was really, really cool. You know, I posted our picture on Instagram. He actually wrote me back and said, can't wait for your book. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's amazing. I also took a picture with Eskimo Ninja. I got my picture with Joe, and it was just an amazing day. And I was not the only one flipping out. My sisters were kind of laughing at me at how excited I was, but they were pretty darn excited too.
Do it! Yes! Get a double! Get a double!
Yeah, they were excited. So that was my weekend 2 weeks ago, which was crazy because I had such a great weekend and there was a lot of unrest in the country, I would say. So it was just kind of like I was living, I don't know, it's like there's the normalness and then there's just, you can't believe there's all this craziness going on while you're just trying to live your life and do your thing and work hard and be passionate and having fun, and then there's this madness. So I couldn't believe about all the stuff I heard about going on later. So that was about 2 weeks ago, and from that point on I've just really been focusing my all my time basically when I got off work, besides, you know, when I break on Mondays to watch Ninja Warrior, you know what I'm saying, to really work some finishing touches on my book and doing some things for the release. So that I'm excited about just everything coming up. I also actually was mentioned on Sean Hannity. I was quoted, so that was pretty awesome too. So my life's been really great as of late, and I'm so excited for everything coming up. Thank you for tuning in and being on this journey with me as I complete more books, put them out, travel the country, etc., etc. Thank you for being interested. Thank you for being a fan and a follower. And I couldn't do without you. I couldn't do this without you guys. I sure would try. I write what I like as far as my stories. So even if it was just me reading them again and again, I guess, and reading them to Tina, my youngest sister, I do it regardless. So, but I'm glad there are people reading. So thank you, and until next time.